Hello. This is Adam Granison. Just got done talking about the monopolies, corporations, and how other countries are pretty much have these robber barons, like Mexico, our neighbors have these robber barons in plain sight, and we don't even know about it because we don't we don't have transparency in our Securities and Exchange Commission and Commerce, um, but also in our Treasury. Other countries, they have these huge corporations and things like that, and these billionaires. So, and believe it or not, this foreign debt, these foreign powers who were afraid of, you know um, pretty much. Well, obviously, no one wants war, and we're no one wants war. Peace is, you know, exactly um, what I'm for. The world is my brother. Um, so pretty much China, Russia, they own lots of foreign debt. Lots of our foreign debt. Matter of fact, Russia has a lot less than many countries. Well, it's strange, but considering you know, you know, our Cold War history, you know, it we didn't want to invest a lot or have them invest a lot in our debt because we know they have lots of you know we don't want another Cold War. So they don't have. So we only let them invest, somewhere around 150 billion dollars in our debt, or 113 billion dollars in our debt. China, no different than Japan. We were allies. Back in World War II. No, not Japan, because we're allies with them. And in China, we were allies with World War II. So we were good friends. And they were making a lot of money, booming, economy. So they have lots of our debt. But the thing about it is they're known for having lax regulation and stuff like that too. So the same problem that's happening in Mexico is happening in China, and the Chinese government, they're unaware of it too. Okay, lots of so if we're talking about our crumbling financial system, it's and because of the fact that we can't pay back our deficit, it's like no, we can. It's here. The wealth is here. It's just you got to look for it. Look for where it is the most. Where is it pooled? Okay. In China, I mean, you'd have to do no different. So much. We'd probably have to be entitled to pay back some. But the thing about it is, you guys are. I mean, you guys have been modeling yourselves off of us. So if you did, you'd understand, and especially with even laxer regulation, you'd have to understand that even more of your deficit is in debt is responsible for is due to these huge corporations and these billionaires. Okay. um yeah, and China has its fair share. So pretty much, if the people in poverty in China, if you want them to pretty much get out of poverty, no different than we want ours to get out of poverty. Model ourselves. The American way. Have American or safety net. A balance between free trade and socialism. That safety net. That socialism, this progressive taxation, along with the free market economy, taxation, as well as lots of regulation and transparency, as well as economy, or as well as letting the market demand it's the supply reflect demand, and that value be reflect the supply you have and demand for it. So that's pretty much free market economics. Don't have, I mean, yeah, that's I don't want to get into it. I probably could, but it's a distraction. China. I mean, if you're going through the same problems as us, and if we're peaceful, I mean, we are. We don't want you to undergo the same financial burden. Yeah, it's cooperation. We can get through a lot. We can defeat a lot, and what we want to help you guys with, as well as the United States, Mexico, the globe, Russia too, European Union. We don't want people in poverty. We want them to be mobile, and we want not only them to achieve the American dream, to be happy, to be wealthy, but it's more important. But you have to understand that for there to be a balance, for there to be a balance, not only a prosperous but a society that's actually healthy, that can actually survive. There has to be a balance. So it has to be mobile. Okay. The people in poverty should have the ability to move up. I mean, so why would they even work? If they, I'm not picking on any one country. I'm just pretty much demonstrating or helping people understand why this safety net and mobility is important. Why would they even work to move up? If they couldn't, so why go to work? You're going to have the same income. What happened in communism. From which I am showing the difference between communism and socialism. In progressive taxation. Which in communism and socialism. Okay, so much what happened was what little bit I know is that that it pretty much in effect instituted what little bit I know. It instituted for the majority a set income. Pretty much you could probably make a little bit more, but you pretty much you could not make more than a particular income. All jobs, no matter what you did, you had freedom to choose what job you want. But why would you even care? You're pretty much at that utopia. It's like, wow, utopian society. It's like an American dream. You had it. Now go home and live out your retirement. That's why communism pretty much and socialism failed. But progressive taxation in just socialist policies. This is not bad. Okay. Because on the other side you have the free market economy, capitalism, and stuff like that. You get to a point where these robber barons, these antitrust, they form these multinational conglomerates and these monopolies. That pretty much they freeze money at the top, so it cannot go down to the people who need it. So and the people who need it can't exactly contribute to a business and start a new business and stuff like that. So much it freezes at the top, opposed to socialism where it just freezes just in general. So much you need a balance. You can't have pretty much people have to have something to work for because so much if you can't work, your efforts should reflect your mobility. Okay. So if you don't work, if you work, you should be able to achieve the American dream or just a dream in general. You should be able to achieve happiness, pursuit of happiness. Okay, you should be able to pursue that. You should have something, a happiness to be able to work for. Okay, You can't just like say it's like, oh, good job, you're gonna whatever you do, you're gonna make this amount of money and go. You're making your nation proud, nationalism, and stuff like that. Like, no, we want to actually be happy. We want to be able to do what we want, and both contribute to, helping others. The country, the world. We're beyond this country stuff. At least I think we should be. You should be able to be mobile. What makes people want to be mobile is the fact that you can do something. That you can go to something. You can be mobile and move to something, a place, that's hopefully better than where you started off with. I don't know how many success stories we talked about. Every single one, all these politicians, we started off humble beginnings and now you're a huge millionaire. Yeah, so we want that, okay? And China wants it, pretty much, meaning everyone wants to be able to be mobile. And their hard work. That's why immigrants come here. Remember that? But free market's not the way, because it fixes it. Money is like constrained at the top, and socialism directly it takes away the interest in becoming mobile. It makes you retired already, okay? Or capitalism. So much you need that safety net. You need that balance. So that's pretty much what the difference between communism, socialism, and just progressive taxation combined with free market. That would be that safety net, okay, that perfect blend which allows people to be mobile as well as people to have something to look forward to, a better life, so that they can hopefully help others be mobile. Talk with Elizabeth Warren about that. They didn't get people in power to not get rich that way by just being wonderful and living in society and just being hard workers and smart Alex and smart people like that. Okay, no, they worked on the backs of others, and others, people who make less money than them, built their businesses. They answer their phones. They pretty much provide services. It's like, yeah. How many cans of Coca-Cola is Buffett, shelled out, It's, people in poverty are important. If not, you pick your own vegetables, you farm your own food, okay? You service your own, you make your own food, stuff like that. You just try doing something else without other people, and see how much money you can make. Go back to living off the land. Go be a goat herder, like I said. See how well that works out for you. Okay, all your intelligence and prowess and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like, no, they didn't get that way. It's the people helped them that way. Okay.